Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to your monthly Air Tribe report. This is the Peace Dealer, and we're gonna do the Gemini, Libra, Aquarius recap for, of course, Cancer season. As we know, Cancer is liquidity, and the water signs for air signs are earth houses, money houses. So especially my Gemini risings, but Libra rising, Libra, we got a good message for you. And Aquarius, yeah, this is liquidity. This is moolah. This season single-handedly is going to push the direction. It's going to push you into the direction of greater wealth. Okay, but more so liquid wealth. A lot of you are going to realize you've been richer than you initially thought. You just weren't liquid. And Taurus season helped you appraise what your true value was through Gemini. And you're going to start to see liquidation on a new level with Jupiter in Canasa. Canasa, I want to say it like that. And Cancer, it's going to intensify in Scorpio of other people's money. And then Pisces with the North Node 2026, aka Destiny. Shout out to Destiny Williams. We're going to take it to another level through Scorpio. All right. Bringing us into, of course, 2026, where after this year of like transitioning you from non-liquid to a liquid substance, shout out water signs, whew, we ballin'. All right. That being said, um, let's get started, shall we? So, Gemini, we had a very amazing year last year, rife with controversy, drama, and all sorts of fuckery. Who can ask for anything better? Um, and yeah, we have pretty much evolved since May of 2024. We've began this cycle of evolution, because the evolution is not just Jupiter through your sign. It going through your sign just activates the first stage of your evolution. Now Jupiter in Cancer is the second stage activation of our evolution. I think it was 100 today. I didn't really go out in the morning. I'm probably going to step out in the afternoon or like after. When are you going to move though? I don't have any plans to move from Vegas. So if I moved, it's because, some unexpected brought me out of town or whatnot. Great question though. I'm not chained here. I'm not opposed to moving out, but I don't really know. I don't really know where I might, leave to visit somewhere else. But yeah, I don't see myself leaving Vegas unless opportunity comes out somewhere else. But yeah, that being said, you know, um, now that Jupiter is in Cancer, Cancer is the second house of money, wealth. Uh, Christopher Witecki actually taught me this a decade ago about what it might mean to have Jupiter in a second, because I have that natally, and it's like the more security you offer people, the more comfort you offer people, the richer you are. Um, the more you feel like $1 million, the more rich you are. I didn't know about law of assumption at the time. And given that feeling is the secret, Cancer is one of the most important zodiac signs when it comes to law of assumption. I'm not going to say attraction, but law of assumption, and literally just feeling that end state. And this applies for every zodiac sign. Libra, when you feel successful, because Cancer is your 10th house, you come into success. But Gemini, what I want you to practice to do, if you're a progressed Gemini rising, progressed Gemini sun, natal Gemini rising or sun, I want you to feel as luxurious as possible. Possibly maybe pretentious and bougie. Gemini is like the air prince, air princess. So there's an air of not narcissism, that's Leo. There's an air of pretentiousness where you want to have your head up high. Like not like a spoiled brat, but like an air noble who may think they know more than they do. You want to really feel like that the whole season. You want to feel like, "Ah, I'm too I'm too rich to eat this," or you could be down to earth. You could be like, I'm so rich I can eat all of this, right? You want to feel perhaps. So there's however, I want you to think of how rich. Uh, that's amazing. I want you to think of how rich you may think you are, and then I want you to feel like you're 10 times richer than that. And for the first week, right, from now until next week, a week before the 10th of July, I want you to see what happens. And anytime you find yourself feeling the opposite, or not feeling as rich or sexy as you may want to be, just remind yourself that, huh, I am an air noble, right? However you want to do this. So, that being said, that's a good functional, practical exercise you can do as we activate this new moon. But yeah, it's important for you to understand this new cycle affects everybody. The way it affects you, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, is that this is a brand new wave opening and boosting you forward relative to the depth and amount of liquidity you'll be coming into. If that comes through as a financial loss, the waters are redirecting you. So what you're doing is a dead end, and water that's taking the path of least resistance wants you to change your perspective, change the direction, and it's going to lead you to gold, all right, to actual income. It won't unless you're refusing to adapt or shift what needs to be shifted. Other than that, you should see a great increase starting now. So there's still more to increase, but this is where we're going to really kick it off. Major factors for that are Saturn and Neptune that will be squaring this. Unlike the last time this was here, where Saturn, I think, was in Libra. Saturn was coming out of Libra, getting ready to go into Scorpio. So now we've made an opposition. Pluto was in Pluto was in Capricorn, yeah. Now it's in Aquarius, and Uranus is going to be in your sign, and I think that's one of the most important things to talk about this Cancer season. Okay, I wanted to wait until it was here, Gemini. I'm not going to say you need hope. You don't need hope, but I never really talked about this because I didn't think this would be that important of a plot point. But I'm going to start. I'm going to open this theory for those of you who live with Geminis. Good luck. Um, Uranus in our sign. This happens once every like 85 years, unless the cycle is 65 years. Our president was born with this. So I think he might have a buffer or resistance. It may affect him, but not as much. Like any Gemini's born in the 40s or 50s, probably have this, or late 40s, I think. Um, but yeah, Gemini, um, Uranus entering your sign is going to have your evil Kermit twin take over. Now I hope you're sitting down. I talked to the celestial Aquarian doctors, and the Aquarius doctors told us straight up, because Uranus rules Aquarius. You feel me? So Aquarius just let us know, yeah, our ruler's gonna go through your sign. See, it went through Taurus, but Taurus is a different element. Taurus is grounded, so it was able to really kind of just ground circuit most of the stuff. We're crazy as fuck. And there's just certain things we'll let fly just because we want to see what's going to happen. And the doctor just straight up told me, or told us, that there's no cure. There's nothing you can really do. This is going to last till like 2032, 2033. And at first, when this was in talks, we had worried that maybe there was going to be like, you know, mild takeover. If you've seen Spider-Man 3, Gemini, which is beautiful because Tom McDonald, the current player of Spider-Man, is a Gemini. So if you see a movie with him in a black suit Spider-Man, that is an analogy for Uranus Gemini. Gemini black suit Spider-Man is going to take over the Venom symbiote. I don't want to look at Uranus as the Venom symbiote, but you know, we thought this was going to be temporary. It's going to span the whole transit. So you've been seeing signs of your dark twin taking over. Personally, when I speak seriously, I don't like to say the dark twin, light twin. They're both dark. No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Unless you have both light twins. Um, some Geminis actually have two light twins. Some have two dark twins. Some one is light, one is dark. Yin Yang Masters. Regardless, they're both mischievous as fuck. Whether they're good or not, they're kids that say the darnest things. Shout out to the June 11th. And here's the thing, right? Um, yeah, this is much worse than we thought. Apparently, a lot has been suppressed, and this is the first month where you're going to start to experience this. It's unadulterated genius with which the speed with which like electricity this moves beyond your brain's ability to process moment to moment is going to very quickly overwrite your brain with your other twins coding. Okay. So I'm not saying that you're going to just become an evil Gemini. If you were already evil, it doesn't matter. But like the suppressed, unfiltered part of your twin dynamic, your dual consciousness is going to ride this Uranus transit to completely overtake you. Some of you, this is going to be exhilarating if you already don't hold it back. All right. And that's just a Gemini thing. You either know it or you don't. You either hold that twin back because that motherfucker is going to say some shit you know is going to get you in trouble, or you're the type of Gemini that says it anyway. Like Yay. Yay is an example. Yay is a results non-typical Gemini. He's an outlier that, you know, he says what he says, and then he also says what the other twin wants to say. I'm going to let you know right now, 99% of Geminis hold that part back. Ye is one of the few who just lets both twins just like, no, 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 no. It's not as common. All right. So I'm sure he's going to thrive during this period. But yeah, I just wanted to let you know this is going to be to the rest of 2025 when it goes in and retrogrades to give you grounding. It's going to give you a sneak peek of the horror. Over the rest of the decade, the rest of the world is going to be terrorized by Gemini. And, you know, it definitely, okay, the president does too. That's what's but see, the president also has Uranus in Gemini. So that can kind of work in his favor because it's linked with the North Node. So now his other twin can actually push him forward. It may not be like that for the rest of us. And that could be for better or for worse. Once again, if you already don't hold back and you don't care, it's going to be exhilarating for you. You're going to enjoy this period. If that other twin and you aren't on the best of pages, it's going to have a field day with you. And, you know, you just got to kind of get used to that for the rest of the decade. Words are going to be coming through your mouth before your filter is able to be like, I probably shouldn't say that. And over time, you're not going to care. It's just you're just going to get so used to it. So I just wanted to let you know that I think some of you may actually be excited about that. Okay. Let me not sugarcoat it. This is going to be terrifying. All right. The stuff that's going to be coming out of our mouths is going to shock people on levels that make them uncertain about the future, which sucks because as it is now, that's how it already is. The stuff that is already coming out of our mouths now have people going crazy. Like it induces a madness within them that gives them a derangement syndrome. And now that is about to happen on steroids. Okay. There's no cure. The Aquarius doctors said that there's no cure because Uranus is their OG. And it's going to be so funny for the sensitive people. I mean, sensitive people are already just like, where our words are super effective to them. Sensitive people is like using an electric type move on a water type Pokemon. It's just super effective. Now, this is just about to be even more ridiculous. We don't have the balance of Libra. Libra's superpower is able to counteract that intensity. And then Uranus rules Aquarius. So we're theorizing that this was their master plan the whole time, so that when their probe moves through our sign, they could use us as their messengers to spread messages that, as high nobility, they know they can't say, but they can just kind of say through us. All right. Because I don't even believe that there isn't a cure. I think that the Aquarius doctor, Diabol Aquarius, just told us that so that we wouldn't be looking for a cure. And then most of us won't really want a cure because we're going to be saying stuff more ridiculously diabolical than we've ever said. And the pure exhilaration of that alone is just going to be so fun. By the time we do care, it is going to be too late. So I didn't really mean to spend 10 minutes talking about this impending doom. Namely Uranus, that's going to enter Venus. Thankfully, it's going to enter with Venus. So Venus is going to kind of polish our words. You know what I'm saying? So we'll say things that are triggering, but it's kind of like sour and sweet. And then once Venus leaves, it's just pure on just like horror, terror. All right. People are going to be watching you enter a room, and they're going to know you're going to say things that is going to upset the room like every time. And it is what it is. And then the thing that sucks about it is you could think, okay, I'm not going to say what, you could think that you're holding back, and you ever happens, you think that you're holding back. I'm not going to say, well, piss people off. And the stuff you said that holds back still triggered people. And it's like, oh my God, I thought this was light. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. You feel me? A lot of this is more so, and that's why I say it's kind of Aquarian sourced. It's really more the collective speaking through you, as Uranus is a causal realm dynamic, and it's like your facet of your dual consciousness may integrate, weave it, you know. Anyway, as we talk about this second house, the new moon to the full moon in your second house is going to really activate this evolution cycle of expanding liquidity. With Mars that's in Virgo, it's going to really help you analyze how you form this social foundation, uh, social contextual understanding and analysis around the true mindset you've activated since last month. So now that you are deepening the vocal inflection, the emotion of these thoughts and words through Cancer season, it puts you in a position to realistically not only tap into greater depth in the potential for wealth, but the second house is self-esteem. So it's also going to really deepen how much more powerful you feel confident in yourself. And that's why, the psychic power of Cancer will correlate you're feeling valuable to you actually translating that into more value, whether through assets, money, whatever you find valuable, tangible and intangible. Okay. And of course, now with the square to Saturn and Neptune in your 11th, over the next 2.5 years, Saturn through your 11th house as a Gemini rising, natal or progress, or 300 to 360 degrees over the next 2.5 years, 300 to 330 degrees, I'm sorry, to your Gemini sun or progress sun. This is going to weed out inauthentic friends, right? Saturn going through, and you can ask Taurus if you want an idea of what this was. Taurus and Aries went through this. No, Colby, I wasn't gonna sell XRP. I thought the market was gonna crash, so I wanted to sell it so that I can buy it at a discount. I thought for some reason it was gonna dip to 190. And yeah, it was just dumb. That was just fucking dumb. So I bought it back again, thankfully. That $4,000 thing I said I bought, the charge reversed. So we good, y'all. But yeah, And if Shiba Inu ever does good, I have Shiba for some reason. I have like $50 worth of Shiba. I don't know when I even got that. But that being said, y'all, um, like Colby mentioned, somebody had commented on a video. I wish I can highlight the comment. Let me see if I can find it. It was a glorious comment, and I'm very grateful he left it. It's somebody who was able to notice patterns when it comes to um, crypto and cardinal signs. Okay, I want to show you guys that. It was really dope. Um, there we go. Colby, let me know what you think about this because this was actually pretty awesome. Namely, if you guys can see, um, he said, I'm a trader, mainly Forex and crypto. And what I notice about crypto in particular is that cardinal signs are integral to its waves, with Aries and Cancer being bottoms. Haha. With Jupiter in Cancer, Saturn, Neptune, and Aries, I'm thinking it's a good time to buy and hold while they're still at their all-time lows. And to make sense of that, basically he's mentioning how thank you, Zazu. He's basically mentioning how now that we have the Aries and Leo outer planets slowly moving, this correlates to the activation cycle, which is a theory that I've had, but I haven't really studied charts enough. And he confirmed it for me, given that, now that most of these averages are initializing in Aries and Jupiter is integrating it in Cancer, it's a good time to like buy and hold these things versus when we start to shift from Cancer to Libra and then Libra to Capricorn, where it probably will reach its peak and it goes back around. So it's something I'll look more into. And yeah, with Saturn and Neptune in the 11th, it's going to reimagine your circle of friends. Aries and Taurus have gone through this. They've been the fake friends. It's not even fake friends. It's people who are not pulling their weight. They have been weeded out. Okay, they are being weeded out. Saturn in through the 11th is going to really discipline who you keep around you, because that's what's going to influence who supports your value, who invests in you, who adds to your self-esteem. Do you have people in your corner that actively, you know, lessen how you feel about yourself? This is good if you're feeling yourself too much and you need that authentic friend to just snap you back to reality. But this is bad if you do know your worth and you have hating ass friends who are, hating. You want that balance. You want that check and balance, but you also want that expansion to where both of this works. 11th house is gross pay. Second house is net pay. So this is major wealth. This is a lot of wealth. This is the rewards from the career. Saturn is now taking everything you believed you can achieve through Pisces, and you're taking that individual action to structure the authority of how you're actively coming into this through action. And I think that's definitely going to be very interesting, especially when we take into account Pluto that will be in your ninth house, trining Uranus in Gemini. For Gemini risings, especially, this is what this has been preparing you for. Where I said through the earth, you were preparing to awaken your angelic being. No sleep, no need for food. You have mastered ultra instinct. Now this is you actually awakening this. This is the subconscious subliminal work on your body automatically just activating, which is going to induce itself as the angelic facet of your twin that takes over, that is not influenced or conformed by societal expectations. It's the part of you that doesn't give a fuck. And I really do feel like a diabolical Aquarius is behind this, but Aquarius is like a god level gaslighter. And I respect Aqua. I'm not going to just assume they're lying. So I just have to, you know what I mean? Like, they really could be using us to spread their terroristic ideals and take over the world. I'm not against it. It'd probably be fun, but just be very mindful. Be very mindful. If you see yourself saying stuff, right, and it's like, where did that come from? It came from Diabol Aquarius. Okay. It came from a higher version of you that's directly connected with Diabol Aquarius. All right. And like, just be mindful. Just be mindful. Aquarius will throw you under the bus. Aquarius will throw you under the bus. And they'll be like, I don't know why Gemini said that. That's weird. That's crazy. Why would Gemini said that? Oh my God, Gemini actually said that. Yes, Gemini said that. Oh my God. Oh my God. That is crazy. Yeah, we don't condone what Gemini said. They actually said it. Oh my God. Like these are the celestial level threats we're dealing with. So like just be very mindful. If you want anyone to blame, just blame Aquarius. Just blame Aquarius. All right. It is what it is. That being said, we're gonna step into Libra. Okay. Um Libra, Uranus going into Gemini isn't no, Pisces already got away with it. Neptune left Pisces. Uh the Chronos squad was only able to apprehend Hades. The main two people on trial were Hades and Poseidon, Neptune. Hades took a plea deal. It was so crazy. Hades took a plea deal. Hades never takes a plea deal. Hades took a plea deal. And then after he took the plea deal, which came with immunity, thousands of more charges came out. And we couldn't charge him more because he already took a deal. And then Neptune clean got away with it. It's insane. Pisces got away with it. Neptune got away with it for basically brainwashing an entire generation throughout a century, and kind of facilitating other deeds. Hades got good lawyers, but Poseidon is on a whole nother level. All right. Well, see, Diddy could be like Hades' fall guy. He's Moon Pluto. It's coming through people like Diddy, but it's way deeper than that. Young Thug, Moon Pluto. Diddy, Moon Pluto. Like a lot of Hades are on trial. That being said, Jupiter is just wild. Jupiter just wants to be larger than life. But yeah, y'all, Libra, the Uranus transit coming into your ninth house is going to innovate what Jupiter expanded. It's going to innovate the way you teach information as well. And actually, Libra, I think this will be interesting to see you behind a lot of education reform. Especially when you're taking disciplines that have been taught for centuries, and you might be some of the first to completely innovate the way it is shown, whether through technology, whether through, or technological advancements, or just, genius, unadulterated genius. Now, unlike Gemini, who this unadulterated genius is just going to have them be taken over by a darker facet of their suppressed consciousness, Libra, you embody balance. So you're going to be fully aware of the instigation and evil you're doing because you're super intelligent. That's your superpower. And the thing about Libra, for a decade, I've been calling them chaos angels. Like, they are the super masters of diplomacy. You see, Libra knows that Aries is its op. Aries is going to get angry and it's going to confront you. Libra is too smart. Libra is going to get support from other people, right? And Libra is going to make you the bad guy because they're the hero. Libra is going to start the chaos, and then they're going to come in and clean the chaos like they're the heroes. But they fucking started it. Libra is justice and the balance and fairness of law to Capricorn order. If you think law and order, that is Libra and Capricorn. Libra, law, order, Capricorn. Okay. And then Libra is so fucking charming. They're so fucking charming. They're mad intelligent. They know how to communicate better than anybody. So people are going to be like, Libra would never do that, guys. Seriously, the top 3 finessers in the zodiac are, in no particular order, Taurus, Libra, and Pisces. I'm going to say that again. Taurus, Libra, and Pisces. Greatest finessers ever. You deal with them, you get finesse. Libra is so good at finessing, you will thank them for finessing you. It's a superpower, bro. It's a superpower. Libra is so nice. He can slap the host of an Oscar and then still win an Oscar the same day and be dancing with his Oscar at the end of the day. Like I don't think you understand that is a superpower. Like Gemini not doing that. Gemini, we say as much as we want. We getting kicked out the Grammys if we do that. We have that power up to a point. We're not on Libra's level, and we're not on Aquarius level. Okay, so I don't think you guys know how like diabolical Libra is. I'm going to say this again. They will start the beef. They will get everyone on their side. They will get everyone to jump you. And then they'll be seen as the hero for agitating the beef. Benjamin Netanyahu's Libra. Israel is a Libra rising. Like when I saw this, it made sense. I'm like, oh shit, this is for real. This is not a joke. Okay, now they have their reasons for doing what they do. And I mean Libra, but like you have to understand it is a superpower. It is a form of intelligence. And then if you think about intelligence agencies, Libra is one of the most powerful. They know how to spy on you. They're the classic agent. They're going to get insight on you that you don't even know about yourself. Yes, ex-KGB Vladimir Putin, also a Libra. Okay? I need you to understand this, guys. Libra usually has checks and balances that put them in check, but they rule the law. So they know how to work around it. And Aries is their op. And then I realized Iran is an Aries. You feel me? Aries is the villain. So they have their own set of problems. I'm not trying to say Aries is pure too, but Aries is at least authentic enough to where you know what they are when they say it. Libra knows how to use that to their favor. Like, look at the savage Aries. You really want Aries to get in power? Aries just said, I'll slap all these bitches. And now to Libra's defense, Aries did get angry and say, I'll slap all you bitches. Let me find you. But what they don't tell you was everyone was talking shit about Aries. Aries heard everyone was talking shit about it. And who led the shit talk about Aries? Libra. So Aries caught wind of that. Aries was like, I'll slap the shit out of all you bitches. Try me. And then Libra clicked that and said, see, Aries just said they'll slap you and you. Is that the type of person you want with the ability? It's Vicinnerous work. It's diabolical. And this is how Aries just gets played by Libra every time. All right, now we need Libra to put Aries in check. If we didn't have Libra, Aries would really be slapping the shit out of everybody when they felt like it. But thankfully, we do have checks and balances. Okay? And it's good when neither abuses their position. All right. It's just much harder to catch or call out Libra when they abuse their position because they're way too charming. All right. I know the Libras watching this are going to be like, peace dealer, we're not like that. Stop lying. That's propaganda. Okay. And Aquariuses will convince you that they're regular human beings too. Listen, you need to trust me on this one, guys. I've been studying astrology for over a decade, and once it comes to Libra and Aquarius, you have to be careful. Aquarius is the chess master, first and foremost. If you want to know who's like the chess guy, that is actually Aquarius. And Libra is going to love chess because they love Aquarius, right? But you feel me? Like you just have to be careful. You just have to be careful, right? When dealing with Libra, you're dealing with a classic agent. Every Libra is connected to some intelligence agency. Even the Libras on this chat who are kind of blending in with the rest of civilians. Most of them are in the Men in Black. Okay. We're going to talk about Aquarius. Myron is the only Aquarius that openly admits he used to work for the feds. All right. But every Libra is connected to some kind of intelligence agency. You might be related to a Libra. You might have a Libra brother, sister, mother, and they haven't told you they're a spy yet. They haven't told you that they are a legitimate spy. See? It is what it is. They haven't really told you. They may never tell you. Okay. Some of them are on a secret undercover mission right now. And I might be snitching, but I'm snitching. I don't really care. So it is what it is. Yep. USPS counts. USPS is actually one of the most ancient, spying organizations and intelligence organizations that have ever existed. They just look like they're sending mail, but every USPS agent is actually a spy. They train them for spying, but they're just supposed to look like they just deliver mail. A lot of people don't know that. A lot of people don't know that. So you feel me? Yet Colby, your brother would be a spy, a classic agent. So Aries is the original agent. Cancer is the specialist. Like, you know, when you need a spy that's like specializes in something that no one else does, you get a Cancer. And then you have the overall classic 007 agent that like can pretty much do a little bit of everything. That's Libra. You know what I'm saying? Then you have the elite agents, the creme de la creme. That's Capricorn. And then Libra is such a gifted like gaslighter. They're just gonna tell you, "Oh, you're paranoid. Oh, that's just not logical." You know what I mean? Like that's you're just making that up. Like they're so good. They're so good. Sagittarius is the best gaslighter. Top 3 gaslighters, by the way, in order: Capricorn, Sagittarius, and then Libra. And then Libra sometimes be number 1. So like it's just you know what I mean? It's on a whole nother level. So, you know, you are completing an evolution cycle. I'm sorry I hijacked most of your reading, Libra, to just snitch on your special agent status. But yes, Jupiter in Cancer is success. Congrats, you've completed this evolution cycle that started 2017. Okay. The axis of the best is actually, and I don't want to admit this. Don't think I'm saying this because I like y'all. Okay. Uh, Libra, Scorpio, and Sagittarius are the best zodiac signs. Okay. Um, there are ops like I'm in the Aries, Taurus, and Gemini quadrant. So who do they shit on? Us. All right. So don't think I want to admit that. Okay. Libra, Scorpio, Sag is the breakthrough harvest realm. Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces, you don't fucking count. So before you're in the chat, like, no, it's like you don't count. 2 of you are aliens. Get the fuck out of here. And Cap, you're the GOAT. So bye. But then you have Libra, Scorpio, and Sag. Those are the best. And then, of course, the first 6, we're really the realest. Like, we kind of make everything up. Libra just is the artist, the great artist that steals from the first 6, and then they put their polish on it and they get more popular now. But, like, yes, I thought I would say that. 2017, Jupiter was in Libra. You started this new evolution cycle. And, of course, now you're completing it, right? If Gemini is going to feel luxurious and rich, you need to feel successful. You need to feel like nobody can fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Okay. Nice. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? What the fuck is wrong with me? I'm sorry. All right, so yeah. Stay woke out here. Stay woke out here. Like a lot of people don't know that Childish Gambino is a literal super powered agent. A lot of these Libra artists, Bruno Mars, Cardi B, Childish Gambino, Lil Wayne, Usher, they're agents. They are agents that are talented. Like they all have spy abilities. They know how to shoot guns. They know how to do recon. They just were Doja Cat is one of their newest spies. Like they be getting information. They be touring, but that's because that's a cover. That's because that's a cover for their real spy operations. A lot of motherfuckers don't know that. A lot of motherfuckers don't know that. And like, I know I sound crazy, and maybe I am a little bit, but like you really need to, some of you could be married to one right now. Some of you could be in a relationship with one, and they didn't even tell you that they work for a very powerful intelligence agency. Seriously. And that to me, I wouldn't be. I don't know if I want to be with someone who keeping secrets from me because they want to pretend and they gaslight you too. I have to protect you, honey. I can't let you know about my secret. Like they do this shit in front of your face. Yes. Like if I tell you this, you might get hurt. That's a lie. That's a lie. They just didn't want to tell. Hey, it is what it is. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. It is what it is. Yep, the Libra risings may not be safe too because they do embody that. It is kind of their title. So you know, it is what it is, man. I'm not trying to hate. I'm not trying to hate, but I think it's important you know this. I think it's important you guys know this. Libra, you already know what it is. All right, you know I fucks with you, Libra, but I can't lie. I can't lie to the people. I have to let people know at some point. It's a new world. Um, and now that Jupiter is in your 10th house, this is completing the mission you were given 10 years ago. South Node went through your sign, you were concluding it. Now you're completing it and you're getting your bag. A lot of Libras had like a 10-year mission, like a decade long mission. And 2017 was like when you really got, it really kicked off for you. And now you're completing the mission you started 2017. Okay. I know a lot of you had to infiltrate social spaces, lead it, and gain a lot of intel and do whatever. Well, it'd be interesting to see what kind of bag or what kind of accomplishments you're achieving. And yeah, the more you feel that, the better. You're gonna tell me you a fucking spy? You know how I felt when I had to find this out? I had to learn this. I didn't always know this. I had to learn this. I was mind blown. But it's cool. I know who's really at fault, and we'll get there soon. So, other than that, Uranus or Pluto that's in your fifth is connecting with Uranus in your ninth. That new moon, the full moon in Capricorn is going to help you understand the incredible foundation that is necessary for you to get your footing, to feel what direction you'll be succeeding in. That's going to prepare for next year with Jupiter and South Node in your 11th house, which is going to unlock a whole lot of course, you know, rewards. The 11th house of your friends, it's going to be where you celebrate with your other like espionage friends and other such stuff. Okay. It's crazy. It's crazy. Looks like you work for Pisces too. Oh, North Node is still unlocking your dream life. So that's cool. And this is going to prepare for Virgo, where you analyze how you made your dream life real. So this is completing the harvest since April. Libra is a diabolical goddess playing like a damsel in distress. Now, not to be confused with Pisces. All right. Pisces plays victim. Pisces is the most legendary at playing victim. It's actually impressive as fuck. I'm not going to lie. They just need to appeal to your pity and they got your ass. Not everyone can pull it off like they can pull it off. It's actually very amazing. Um, some of them just shamelessly play victim. It's actually really really impressive. Like I don't think you understand. It's very interesting. And like they don't even care. Like some Pisces are so ruthless, they'll play victim and be like, "Please, I didn't know that you weren't supposed to buckle up your seatbelt when you were driving, officer. I just didn't know, even though I've been driving for 10 years." And the officer would be like, "You know what? I'm going to let you off with a warning this time. All right, but buckle up next time." Thank you. How does he think I didn't know? Like Pisces could be that evil, bro. It is what it is. It is what it is. Like the rules don't apply to them for some reason. I thought that was a rumor, but that's actually true. All right, last but not least, okay, Diabol Aquarius. I think now that Pluto is in your sign and you're facilitating judgment, we could just blame everything on you. And there's a huge case for that. Okay. Huge lawsuits might be brought to you, Aqua, even though you're probably gonna get away from with it because you have this out of this world clause. So technically there's no jurisdiction to do this. But the thing about Aquarius is imagine if there was this crazy event that occurred that devastated a lot of people, right? Oh my god, that's crazy. And yeah, this is Aquarius's revenge, by the way. Aquarius got their revenge by knowing something was going to happen ahead of time, and they pulled a sin of omission. They pulled a cancel. They just didn't say anything. It was diabolical as fuck. It was diabolical as fuck. And Scorpio called him out on it too. I remember it like it was yesterday. Basically, nobody knew how it would happen. And Scorpio was like, wait, Aquarius is I know. And Scorpio was like, Aquarius, you knew this shit was gonna happen. And Aquarius just said, shit, fuck. No comment. And that was what opened up a can of worms. It's like, Aqua, you could have told any of us anything, and we would have averted this disaster. And Aqua was just like, it slipped my mind. It's very controversial. They're a very controversial time. And it's just like, you know, you don't. Because Aqua knows. You know Aqua. So like, I don't mean to go in on you, but there's certain things that Aquarius says that makes me roll my eyes. Okay. Whenever you're talking to an Aquarius and they say, I don't know, they're lying to you. It's such a blatant lie. I don't understand how, like, I never thought much more of it personally. Like Pisces can say that and they're trolling you, but Aqua's actively lying to you. And I don't think Aqua really respects us as humans. Aquarius is, I actually met an Aquarius, by the way, and it was so awesome. Remember when I said the questions you asked when you date an Aquarius? I met a very beautiful Aquarius woman when I went to see my Gemini friend perform, and I shit you not, bro. I shit you not. Within moments of talking to each other, I found out she studies anthropology, right? And I'm like, yeah, you just like studying these mortals and humans. And that was basically our conversation. It's like, yeah, I just try and figure out why humans do the things they do. And I'm like, oh, you're an alien. This is amazing. Like, you feel like the Aquarians that know they not from here are the coolest Aquarians that exist ever. Like, it's actually dope. But yeah, I don't think you respect humanity, Aqua. I'll be completely honest. I mean, I don't blame you at all. But still, you feel me? It's just like, damn, because y'all really, I can see, y'all really go out of your way to pretend like you human, like you like to be different, right? But y'all be doing shit that, like, you feel me? Like you really be trying to, you really be slick. You really be slick. You really be slick. Like, you'll say some shit like that. You'll say some shit like, I don't know how that happened yesterday, but I don't know the answer to that. Knowing And at first I didn't think of it, but now I started to think like, wow, you would really say that. Like, why would you try and like behave like you operate like other human beings? Unless you look down on us so much that you think you can blend in with our society. It's just very interesting to me. You really be doing shit like that. You really be doing shit like that. You really be saying stuff like, I just had to understand my feelings in the situation. You don't have no fucking feelings. You really don't be feeling shit like that. Like, I used to fall for that shit. Yeah, I totally understand how you feel. You don't give a fuck how anybody feels. Like, I used to really fall for shit like that, Diabol Aquarius. I used to really fall for shit. Like, Aquarius will look you in the face and have a full-on moment of empathy with you. A full-on moment of empathy and actually understand how you feel. Whole time they clowning you for having those emotions. Ha! Foolish mortal. You see they in their feelings already. Like, you don't care. I don't understand. I don't understand. And that is cool because air signs do that. But y'all would definitely have the nerve and audacity to look somebody in the eye and then say, I don't really know. I don't really know. And it's like, wow. I didn't take you to be a liar. And it's not like you be lying, but you really do be having people, you be convincing people that you don't know stuff you know. And it's just like, wow. That's very interesting. I just had to say that Aquarius has run the HR department. I thought it was Libra, but yeah, the Aqua too. Um, and sounds like a people problem. So I don't really know what to say. Cancer, this is Cancer season for you is third stage integration. So you're getting ready to harvest now. You're leading the supernatural collective awakening of humanity. Okay, you do this once every 248 years, and that's how I know you're diabolical. Like the jig is up, Aqua. The jig is up. Every time Pluto comes in your sign, the world goes through wars, revolutions. Shit is never the same. Like shit changes to a point that just shifts the fate of everything. And the North Node is going to go into your sign. So we're going to have Pluto in the North Node in your sign. You're going to be at your most diabolical. Um, for all intents and purposes, the concept of you awakening is terrifying. And I love how none of us really know yet that we have Viltrumite level threats such as you walking amongst us, like preparing to colonize our entire planet. And I think that's just kind of interesting. I don't even think some of you Aquarians know. You fucking know. What am I talking about? See, I sound dumb as hell right now. I try to make excuses for you, Aquarius. I was like, maybe they don't know that they're awakening a celestial, alien, supernatural quality within them that's going to take over their human consciousness. And then I was like, no, they probably were born knowing. You were probably 5 years old, like, yeah, when I'm 40, I'm going to take over your entire population. Like, it is what it is. I'm sorry, Aqua. Like, it's just very suspect. Like, there's certain things that can't be true at the same time, and I just can't believe you did know some shit was going to go down before anyone else knew. Now, I'm not talking about the Aquarians. Here's another reason why I know because y'all love to brag about this. Y'all love to brag about this. You were wearing what you were wearing in high school, and now a decade later, everyone is wearing the fashion you were wearing. They're saying the lingo you were wearing, and they clowned you for it, and they made fun of you for it. But now that you've set the trend, okay. But did you know Aquarius does that in a more sinister way? They could subliminally control the entire collective. It's like Scorpio's mind control reading, but at a much more diabolical level. Aquarius can actually have an entire telepathic conversation with you, and you'll think it's just your own thoughts. This is the level of diabolicity that Diabol Aquarius has. And it's just a game for them. You think Alex Jones isn't another, like, Alex Jones is a celestial high authority that works for the Galactic Federation, meant to troll our planet. All right, with the Pisces. Aquarius is diabolical because they brought Pisces onto this world, and that in and of itself is worth a war crime. But with that being said, you feel me? There's nothing we can do. I just wanted to remind you guys, there's nothing we can do to stop their takeover. It happens once every 248 years. The last two times Protestantism happened, the whole idea of Protestantism versus Catholicism is all due to a canon event. Like the entirety of Christology is you have to accept a canon event actually really happened in this life. And if you don't believe it, you're a heretic. And then you had Protestants who were like, we only follow the manga. They were sola scriptura. And then the Catholics were anime only. And that just kind of created a split because the Catholicism kept doing some anime only events that weren't in the manga. And then the Protestants were like, nah, we only read the manga, buddy. And that's how that happened. That was the last two times. Follow the Holy Wars. And the last time Pluto was in Aquarius, we had the American Revolution, we had the French Revolution, we had the Russian Revolution. So Aquarius is a dangerous zodiac sign. And when you put something as diabolical as Hades in their sign, they use it to completely upend world structure. All right. So there's nothing we can do. They're back. They're awakening. They're awakening. Their supernatural abilities have been limited up until this point, and now this is the one point in history where they don't have limits anymore. So you really need to be terrified. Now, Aquarius is integrating in their sixth house the evolution of their lifestyle, how much more diabolical they can be in a given day and what their routine is and this Cancer season might really begin to evolve your routine. This is a workplace. Aquarius, you want to ask yourself, how do you feel about what it is you do day to day? We know you don't have feelings, and that is a very horrible stereotype. Let's just be real. You know what I mean? I know I like to make these jokes about air signs and how Capricorn and Aquarius don't have feelings. You know what I'm saying? But Aquarius, clearly, you have emotions like the rest of us. Who really believes that? On God, who really believes that? I'm sorry. Clearly, you feel like the way we feel. All right. Anyway, yes. So, how are you integrating your personal emotions, and how do you feel you take the knowledge of who you are, which is totally not some celestial alien that is out of this world, and how do you integrate it into your lifestyle as you govern over us mere mortals? I mean, Gemini, we different. The Gemini Aqua connection is a little different, but like you see what I'm saying? You feel me? I don't think you know how like Aquarius convinced you like that they're human like you. I don't think you understand how diabolical that is. I don't think you understand how diabolical that is. And Aquarius is a gifted communicator. They know what to say. They're like an alien that knows human lingo. Some of them don't. They didn't download the language pack and they just look like an alien. Some of them know how to speak your language and they'll make you think that, oh yeah, dude, I have emotions like you. I go through stuff like you too. Okay, I go through everything, but they didn't tell you that they literally channel universal undercurrents and they have frequencies and they can actually perform telepathy like Professor X with everyone in the world. Like, they certain shit they don't tell you. And I feel like that's unfair. Some of them will give you hints, like Kid Cudi told you he was the man on the moon. Rakim let you know he's a god MC, right? Like, some of them will give you hints. The Weeknd told you he's a motherfucking star boy. Like, they're literally telling you I'm an alien, bitch. But they put it in art, so you think, oh, that's just the music. They Like, Larry Bird literally told you Michael Jordan was a basketball god. Like, Michael Jordan literally saved the world playing basketball with aliens. You thought that was just a movie. And that's the difference between you and me. We know what is predictive programming versus what's really happening. You feel me? It is what it is. Say one thing to your face, tell you something else telepathically. All that being said, I have nothing wrong with Aquarius. I feel like they operate off a higher order. It's just you need to watch out for these beings. You need to be careful for Pisces. They're beyond dangerous. But you have to watch out for Aquarius because there's just certain things that, never mind. Other than that, don't say I didn't warn you guys. I tried my best. Now, Saturn and Neptune in Libra seventh house is going to challenge their 10th house so that their stride. I completely forgot to mention this with Libra because I was so busy snitching on them being super powered agents. But Libra, you have Saturn and Neptune in your seventh. It's going to be preparing you for marriage, divorces, business partnerships, and that's going to greatly influence what kind of success you're coming into relative to relationships. And Aquarius, this Aries transit is your attitude because you since 2010 have innovated this alien language that you speak. You've learned how to make it more authentic so that you can converse with these humans here. And now that Neptune and Saturn is here, you're constructing this totality of your attitude, right? Saturn in the third is disciplining your mindset so that you can integrate how much more you live it through Cancer, right? How do you deepen this feeling? But that's still very diabolical. I'm not even going to front. Like, how you have the Reaper in your third house of mindset, and then Neptune is like reimagining an original alien language that you speak, like the originality of your mindset, of your attitude. How do you vocalize who you are, right? While the North Node is unlocking supernatural manifestation just based on imagining it. Okay. Aquarius, I hope you don't take offense. I'm not giving you a realistic reading. Like I'm not gonna say this is what's gonna happen in your family life. I know this is a very gross stereotype, but if you're Cap Aqua Pisces, I'm giving you this reading at the highest level. Like that's it. Like I 100,000% know that you can imagine something and it's here. I'm talking to you like that. I'm talking to you like you can imagine a graham cracker and now you pull it from your imagination and it's here. I don't think anyone else knows you got it like that. I know you know. I know you know. Okay. I know you know. I know you know. But like, yeah, it is what it is. And if you don't know that, you know that. Stop playing. So like, that was funny. So that being said, all right, progressed Aquarius sun. This is going to tie everything together since February, January, especially with Pluto. Colby, you said it, not me. You said it, not me. And I think what's but Pisces be doing their own version of light language too, and Sagittarius. I feel like you're just making fun of us personally, but like it is what it is. It is what it is. Actually, Taurus and Gemini. Anyway, the imagination is powerful. Whereas Gemini is manifesting liquidity and money, and Libra is manifesting liquidity through success or the feeling of success. Aquarius, you're fueling your routine. This is liquidating how you live your life, what more you can accomplish, and that third house, sixth house square really integrates that accordingly. Okay, so with that being said, oh, the air totally got canceled. I'm gonna end this broadcast here. You would speak dragon. I want to snitch a little bit on Aquarius more. I think a lot of you have yet to accept that every Aquarius works for the Galactic Federation. Okay, now you saw Libra completely pretend like they weren't agents. It's worse with Aquarius. Okay, it's very hard to get them to admit that they work for the Galactic Feds. All right, the closest I've ever seen is Myron Gaines, who used to be, he worked for, he worked for the FBI. He's one of the only open feds that I've ever seen. No, Aquarius is cool, and most Aquarians are cool. I didn't say that they weren't cool. I said they work for the fucking feds. They work for the Galactic Feds, and I don't know if they're compromised or not. Every Aquarius has cosmic awareness. Okay, like they have the ability to communicate with aliens. They have the ability, even the Aqua Moons. Look at King Sigma. King Sigma Aries. That's that dude right there. But he has an Aqua Moon. I would have to watch out because his vessel is directly connected to a celestial realm out of this world. And all they do is clown Earthlings. They clown Earthlings. They be like, yo, these Earthlings don't even know how to dress, nigga. Yes, they fashion is mad off, bro. Yes, these motherfuckers think they know shit too. Motherfuckers is still back in the Stone Age. And it's like, first of all, you're right. Second of all, why are you going in like that? They really be kikiing with Pisces all the time. Like, oh my God, these humans, they don't know anything. Some of y'all are cute though. And it's like, first of all, chill, because 99% of the shit you be saying is right, and that's just another whole fucked up thing. Like, don't go in on us and be right. That's not even fair. Second of all, most of the shit you say don't apply to Gemini, so I shouldn't even really care. But that being said, it's just, watch out for these people because they're going to pretend that they're just like you. That's what Pisces does, Sagittarius does. They sell you dreams. They're like, yeah, you see how I achieved this impossible feat? You can do it too. You just got to believe in yourself and buy my product where you can do this. They're lying to you. They're selling you a dream. Their results not typical. Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, results are not typical. But they're going to act like we're just like you. I'm totally not a magical genie from a fairy dimension, Pisces. I'm totally not a genius celestial from outside of this world and alien vibration. That's just science fiction, Aquarius. Okay, like you have to be very careful, guys. These people don't really care about you. You're just a number to them. You're just a part of their great lab experiment that they've been experimenting on for years. And I'm not saying that this is a bad thing. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, you feel me? I do remember that. She was speaking light language. I think she was a Taurus. And yeah, you know, sometimes we don't even have a product. Yeah, y'all just be going off. So just be mindful of that. If someone has an aqua moon, if someone has a Pisces moon, I'm not going to say they're compromised. I'm going to say they're not who you think they are. They're not who they think you are. If they have a Pisces sun or an Aquarius sun, the Aquarius sun is playing you like a chess master. Like, I'm not going to say they're not trustworthy. I'm just going to say you're a part of their experiment. You may not even know. Okay. Like, especially if the Aqua or Pisces came up and met you, that's very suspect. It's like, what? You want to be my friend? You want to know me? Why you want to? Are you? Am I like your favorite human? You want to like? That's not normal. Like if a Virgo comes up, that's also a little suspect, but that's a little bit normal. But like Aquarius and Pisces just showed up, and they're also going to show up on some pretty cool shit too. And so you just won't forget the fact that you're a whole ass alien out here. So like it is what it is, man. Unfortunately, these are just going to be taken as jokes. I have not heard from her either, bro. Yeah. Um. Yeah, that's a good question. Anyway, you guys stay blessed. We're gonna resume with the water signs tomorrow. Um, I like to make fun of y'all. Aquarius and Pisces are the two signs I actually respect, so that's why I be going in on y'all. But I know a little bit. I've been researching y'all for years, so just even though I don't know any more than I did back then, but I still gained some insight. Okay, um, and yeah, I hope you enjoy this week. I hope you enjoy this Gemini season, this Cancer season. Oh my God. And I will see you tomorrow for the Water Tribe Report, where I will go all in on Pisces and vent my frustrations out on the sign that always gets away with everything they do. Peace.